The show can be cruel, repetitive, and unnecessarily personal. A comedian gets 1 minute to perform, and then Tony Hinchcliffe and the panel can question them about their appearance, job, family, relationships.
Alright, so today we're going to look at a clip from this Fried Plantain channel titled How Hollywood Created the Kill Tony Era. You know we like the Fried Plantain channel. This is a 31-minute video, so we're just going to look at part of it, but covers a lot of great stuff. Let's see what we got.
Problem is that acting and social media requires different skills. Some people are brilliant at becoming another person on screen, but they have no interest in turning their private life into weekly content. They may not have a strong podcast personality or a constant supply of opinions about whatever is trending that day.
The truth is,
maybe you're not open enough.
No, the truth is, they're like people.
Or
are
the
like,
mysteries of life.
People like,
no.
And you're like,
now see, what I think he is referencing there is people that are willing to humiliate themselves to make their private life some sort of content, whether it's good or bad. Because typically the bad is going to get more views. I mean, that fucking Adrian Bronner and fucking Dean, people are calling them funny. Their content that they make is funny. And I'm like, I don't think any of that shit is them intentionally trying to be humorous to any degree. I think they are simply humiliating themselves so often on camera that people can watch from a distance and laugh and point at it. That's not technically comedy. It's not technically even funny. You're laughing at the turmoil of somebody else's existence. And that's gross behavior. But that's what sells. I mean, are they going to turn around and get as many views as they would if Adrian just turned into a good boxer again? No. You watch because his life's bad. He looks like shit. He's embarrassing. Is that funny? I guess. And it's funny to the wrong type of people. Are you going to get traction because of it? Are you going to get more views because of it? Fuck yeah. But is it good for your psyche, your mental health? Is it good for you as a person? That everybody now looks at you like a fucking joke? Because you're the joke. It isn't you doing something to be funny. It's you as a whole that is funny. I mean, people think those guys are... Anybody that streams or does any kind of content, the humiliation part is the part that makes them popular. And every single one of them has done it. All the biggest names on the internet went through a humiliation ritual to get views. Some of them can get away from it to be successful, or some of them can not do the humiliation ritual and just be mediocre. They're not going to be one of the big names. They're not going to make a livable wage. And it's the same thing in Hollywood, where now it's like, oh, you can go create your own thing. And it's like, yeah, I can, but there's people that went to school to do this shit. All I want to do is read the lines and be a good actor because I did theater. Or I want to do comedy because that's what I enjoy. And here he is saying that you got to eat a bowl of shit because other people are willing to eat that bowl of shit. That's fucked. As a whole.
you're like, okay, I'll eat it. And then you eat it, you choke it down. They're like, good boy, good boy.
Yeah.
And they come around again. They're like, I need you to eat another bullshit. You're like, but I don't want to. And they're like,
I know.
You already did. I know you can do it.
I know.
Oh. And you're like, but I already ate the bowl of shit. And then you're sitting there next to 10 empty bowls of shit. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm sick.
Yeah.
That just makes me think that talent has no value anymore. There's no talent in most of these people. It is, again, how much shit are you willing to eat? How much humiliation are you willing to endure? Because if you're willing to do all of that, you can get good money. You can have a livable wage. But then you're going to forever be known as this clown. This goofball. And that doesn't matter what part of the internet it is. It's in all of them. Every single one of them. Because the real talented people aren't getting views. The real skilled people, the professional people aren't getting views. They don't care about that. People want to watch somebody who is either already legitimized somehow fall off. Or they want to watch somebody who has no skill set, and no talent, no personality, do whatever they can to fake that, to pretend. Because we see this constantly, guys. There's so many people that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, strictly embarrassing themselves. I mean, Dean didn't even get recognized until he fucking got punched and slapped by people. That's who you want to be? Because that's what you're teaching all the young people that they have to do to make a name for themselves, if that's what they want. And seeing that that's all you have to do is eat a bowl of shit, more people are willing to just eat that bowl of shit because that leads to views and clicks and likes and attention. But where's the skill? Where's the talent? Oh, you don't have any? Well, then you just have to keep eating bowls of shit. You have to keep embarrassing yourself. You have to keep looking like the fool.
Matt's appearance on Tiger Belly shows the strange position actors are now in. He goes onto a podcast to discuss why acting work has become harder, and that discussion becomes another form of work. The podcast produces clips. The clips create social media posts. People react to those posts, and Matt receives attention that his acting career is not currently giving him. Bobby Lee sitting across from him as someone who adapted to this change. Bobby spent years trying to find a secure place in Hollywood, but Tiger Belly and Bad Friends gave him direct access to an audience. He no longer needs a film studio to keep him visible every year.
And that's exactly why they had to make that game show themselves. Because most of these guys still want to cross over into that mainstream Hollywood. And that means you have to come in with the numbers on paper already to get that. And a lot of the times, that still doesn't fucking matter. They still aren't going to buy your thing just because you have an audience. I mean, Mr. Beast is one of the biggest people on the internet by far. And is he in movies? Is he selling out Madison Square Garden to do a TED Talk? Is he doing anything like that, or is he just continuing to make videos? And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But the humiliation ritual to get to that point is so extreme now, because you're going to have to constantly up the ante. Think about the next person who could possibly be a Mr. Beast. How is he going to do that other than being crazier or more embarrassing than Mr. Beast? It's the only way it's going to work. And I think once you figure out that that is what works, you're going to do that. I mean, most of these motherfuckers can't even read. And you're supposed to believe that they have talent or skill to any degree. What are they going to fall back on other than eating that bowl of shit again? Now, it's a metaphorical bowl of shit. It could be anything. But they're still going to have to do that thing again to another extreme. You're up in the ante, like I said. Otherwise, those views and those clicks go away, and your relevancy goes away. Your fame. Now, I'm at this point in my life where I've always hated rich kids, for sure, but I'm at this point in my life where I don't even think fame is a real thing. Because most people that are famous or have gotten famous in the past 20 years, it wasn't because they were good at anything. Because most of them aren't. And they've never taken the time to attempt to get good at something. Right? Like a musical instrument. Art of any kind. They literally do nothing. They just are. And now actors and comedians and people like that have to go and stoop that low to get that same level of relevancy. So they can put food on their fucking table. And there's all these people that went to school to write scripts and create movies and direct and do all this shit. And they're going to give roles to people who just happen to have the numbers. They got an audience. It's not getting better, is what I'll say.
His stories, arguments, friendships, and personal problems provide enough material to support a large career.
I think it'd be fun to watch you talk to other actors about how it's changed and complain.
Well, because
I love complaining.
you know what it is the perception of like what you said. Like my perception of what somebody else is doing is always they're doing so great. They're doing so great. And you hear like, how much is their podcast making? What the fuck? Why am I not doing that? Because I don't have the confidence of that people would watch, right? Or listen.
They're not in the beginning.
Right. And you just have to do it for a couple years and build your audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
It's a
not
lot of
gonna.
work.
It's not a lot of work. It's once a week.
Right.
For 1 hour.
Yeah. You only do this once a week?
Yeah. Sometimes twice a week. But this week, how many are we doing?
Just this one.
Just this one this week.
Wow.
Bobby is naturally good at that type of exposure. His personality can carry an entire episode. Matt Jones belongs to a generation of actors who thought the performance was meant to be the product. Now the person has become the product as well. Then there's Kill Tony, which offers opportunity without much protection at all.
Like that is a stand-up comic.
Yeah, that's a stand-up comic.
Yeah, like Barbara Sanders
Yeah.
or something like that.
Signing up for Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traveling. People travel to go do that show.
It's wild.
It's wild. Yeah. From all over the country, they travel to go.
Yeah, there was a guy on the Netflix special that traveled for 37 days on a bicycle to get on Kill Tony, only to do nothing but say that he traveled to get on Kill Tony. Because people have this perception that getting on Kill Tony is going to change your life, simply appearing on that fucking show. Not the fact that they have jokes, or they have a personality or skill or talent. Just being there, getting pulled out of that bucket. Now my life's better.
Travel to go to that.
I can't watch it.
I can't. Okay.
I can't watch it.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
I know it's really popular.
Yeah.
And it's
I can't do it. I've done it. I can't do it.
He sneaks out.
I sneak out.
I can't. I appreciate that people love it, but it just makes me so uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Yeah. I've guested on that panel before with Bert and some other people, and I usually leave halfway during it.
Yeah.
And I gotta go to the bathroom, and I'll like wait 45 minutes and then come back. You know, I cannot do it, and I will never do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you just don't like being mean to people or something, or
It's just I just don't know what to say. It's like, you know, people are developing, and it's like,
See, and everybody's perception of Kill Tony is that you have to go out there and destroy somebody's hope. And yet somebody like Gabriel Iglesias goes on there and just gives comedians advice. Which is good because he's a very successful stand-up. You would want to know how he feels about what you did. But most people today, in this era of Kill Tony, they think that it is just a show where you try to shit on somebody's hopes and dreams. Or you try to make the worst guy popular. Because in a lot of ways, that's exactly what it is. But this is a young guy here, I believe his name's Luke, young open micer, that Bobby saw something in, and he could easily go do Kill Tony. But his perception of that is, you gotta be mean. You gotta be rude to these up-and-comers, again, like Bobby said, that is developing. Somebody they're not very good at it yet, they haven't performed for that large of an audience yet, and you have to go tell them they suck? It's just not, I don't know, it's not a good way to go about it in the first place. Yeah, some people stink, dude. But the guy that you said stinks could take that and build and get so much better than you ever were. I mean, just look at the fact that there's people that go and do Kill Tony that have been doing stand-up for 30 years. They've opened, they featured for a bunch of comedians, they just haven't broke through. And for some reason in their head, they say, if I go do Kill Tony, this is going to change my life. I'll finally be the guy instead of the opening guy or the featuring guy. That's just as sad as a new comedian thinking that traveling 37 days on bike is going to change your life because you got pulled out of that bucket. I have watched so many years of Kill Tony that I know for a fact most of those people that are coming on there and doing stand-up were never really interested in doing it in the first place. They never had the skill set, the mindset, the drive, because there's no jokes there. They just think because they're the funniest of their friends they're going to pop. Someone's going to see him and get him an agent.
Like, the person that we're watching now isn't the person that we're going to be watching 10 years from now.
Yeah.
So it's like ripping on somebody that early is tough for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a roaster in general. I mean, I called you a fat Michael Shannon.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, remember, too, most of the people that are doing stand-up today that are successful, they didn't find success until they were in their 40s. And Bill Burr is a prime example. Like, people didn't really know who most of these motherfucking comedians were until they were 40, until they were 10 years plus in the game. Because that's what stand-up takes, man. Life experience, number one, but also the ability to make jokes your own. Because anybody can go up there and repeat something that somebody else has said or something they've heard, pretend to be a stand-up comedian, but to have the experience and own the jokes and give a fresh take on fucking airplane food, you know what I'm saying? It's difficult. You need those years. You need that time. That's why from the very beginning, you hear people talk about this craft, the comedy craft, and doing stand-up. It's a grind. You have to be willing to do these shitty shows and these shitty places for these shitty audiences. Otherwise, you don't get better. If the first thing you do is go on fucking Kill Tony and everybody's so happy that you're there every single week, where's the grind? Where's the struggle? Where's the failure?
Pretty good roast, but
The show can be cruel, repetitive, and unnecessarily personal. A comedian gets 1 minute to perform, and then Tony Hinchcliffe and the panel can question them about their appearance, job, family, relationships, or mental health. A bad appearance can stay online forever. At the same time, Kill Tony provides something that Hollywood has become terrible at providing, a route that people can actually see. Aspiring comedians place their names into a bucket. If their name is selected, they receive 1 minute on stage, followed by an interview with Tony and the panel. A strong appearance can lead to more spots, followers, and paid work. There's no secret audition room. There's no agent deciding whether your photograph should reach a casting director. There's no executive telling you that the company is looking for someone with a larger online following.
I mean, personally, the whole show is about like who's going to be the next stand-up comic.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody should be. I want to say no to everybody.
yeah.
Because you're an improv
I think
guy.
it's done. We don't need any more stand-ups.
Yeah.
Is it because you're such a diehard improv guy? You're like,
No, I'm not a diver. Improv is stupid waste. I love it because I hang out with my friends, and I'll do it every now and then. But it is a legitimately stupid waste of time.
Your name gets selected, you perform, and the audience judges you immediately. The system can be unfair, but the opportunity is real enough for hundreds of people to sign up. Hollywood's rejection usually happens in private. Kill Tony turns rejection into a public event. The performer might gain a career, or they might become the joke. Either result gives the show material. The show benefits whether the comedian succeeds or fails.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they're just filling their pockets. I mean, I recently did a video on how they started Kill Tony Plus, where you get to see behind the scenes and backstage stuff. And it's like, I think you're missing the point, because this whole show was, let's find the next great stand-up comedian. And instead, we're going to watch behind the scenes of people that we don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about Tony's actual life. I don't care about the setup. I don't care about the band. I want to find somebody who's funny, somebody who's good at telling jokes. And that's just not what this is about anymore. I'm not sure if it ever was. In the beginning, the only thing that I saw that this was is a place for Tony to inflate his own ego, to make himself feel superior to all these up-and-coming comedians that he's worse than, for the most part. He's dog shit in comparison to most people performing on his own fucking show. And we know that because he's put out specials that nobody fucking watches and gets a fucking 3 rating. You know what I'm saying? It's not good. And yet you got to sit there and listen to this fucking queen tell you that you're not good at this thing that he's not good at? Then how does anybody become good? Either way, guys, this is a deep video. Like I said, 31 minutes. Go check this out. Fried Plantain. Put a lot of work into this. Deserves the recognition. Hit the like and subscribe over there as you do here. And we'll see you in the next one.
Don't steal my face in your sleep.